So let's talk about the best ways to improve your email sender reputation this year. Especially if you're trying to really increase brand loyalty, it's important to pay attention to email sender reputation. Okay, so let me first give you a quick overview about the whole topic of email sender reputation, so you have a clear idea how to actually tweak things in your favor this year. Let's say you have spent weeks or even months actually crafting the perfect email campaign. It has a catchy subject line, compelling copy, and a valuable offer, right? And you hit send, and you are anxious for high open and click through rates, only to find that most of your subscribers never even saw your email in the first place. So you are going to be frustrated because when you have so many failed email sends, you have to understand that something is not working in the machine. So most of your emails either ended up in spam folders or worse, never actually reached their audience in the first place. I mean, your audience in the first place. So the most likely culprit for this communication calamity is actually a poor sender reputation. Because what happens here is that when you actually send emails, the recipient's algorithm is actually checking to make sure that the email is coming from a quality source in the first place. So your email sender reputation is actually the unseen gatekeeper determining whether your emails land in inboxes or vanish into a digital oblivion. So understanding and managing email sender reputation is actually essential to maximize deliverability and engagement in the first place. So what is an email sender reputation? Let's quickly talk about the 101 of the topic so you have a clear idea. So email sender reputation is a metric that determines how trustworthy an email and the account that sent it is. It actually reflects how internet service providers, ISPs, view your emails and whether they think your recipients want to see them. Okay. So an email sender reputation is like a credit score, but for email marketing. So ISPs and email providers are like the credit providers. They review your reputation or score to decide whether you are a risk or not. Then instead of approving a loan, ISPs decide if your email gets blocked, gets labeled as spam, or makes it to the receiver's inbox. So just like a credit score, the higher your reputation, the more likely you are to have a success. Okay, and so email sender reputations are scored based on the sender. Okay, so not the sender, the recipients. So Google Postmasters tools use a non-numerical range for bad, low, medium, and high. You have the Microsoft SNDS actually uses similar tools, and you also have Talos Intelligence from Cisco. So your reputation, your email reputation, matter big time, especially when it comes to assigning the right score to your email. Let me dig a little deeper here. So why does email sender reputation matter at all? Well, the thing is that email sender reputation directly influences whether your emails reach their intended audience or actually a sideline as spam, right? A strong reputation ensures better deliverability and engagement. So your sender reputation determines inbox placement, impacts engagement metrics, protects brand credibility, and you want to really protect your brand credibility. Drives a ROI for email campaigns. It also avoids an email embargo. So when I say your email reputation determines inbox placement, a high reputation means more emails get to their intended inboxes, and low reputation means emails going to spam folders and never being seen. What about impacting engagement metrics? Well, a good reputation leads to a higher inbox placement, which drives more opens, clicks, and conversions. Also, and your sender reputation protects brand credibility. So, a poor reputation signaled by spammy emails or frequent complaints damages trust and risks alienating your audience. Also, you're able to have your sender reputation driving ROI for email campaigns. So, a strong sender reputation gets you higher deliverability rates, and every percentage point in deliverability translates to a better campaign performance and profitability. Also, you are avoiding an email embargo in the first place. So, if your reputation feels too low, you risk being embargoed by ISPs or spam monitoring organizations. So a higher reputation keeps you out of this nefarious club, okay? So email sender reputation impacts deliverability, engagement, brand trust, ROI, and your ability to avoid serious consequences like blacklisting, for instance. So by prioritizing reputation management, you can make sure your emails consistently reach and resonate with your audience. Let me talk to you about the top factors here. I want to share with you a few factors that actually influence email sender reputation and how to control them. Okay. There are a few things you can control, but there are other things you cannot really control. So, eight key factors shape your email sender reputation. Okay. Collectively, they actually signal to ISPs whether your emails are trustworthy and relevant. The good news is that these factors are within your control, some of them, and you can manage them to improve your center reputation. So the first one is the bounce rates. So bounce rates are the percentage of emails that fail to deliver, typically due to invalid, inactive, or non-existent addresses. So a high bounce rate signals poor list hygiene. So ISPs interpret frequent bounces as a sign that you are not maintaining a quality email list, which can lower your reputation. So if you have a high bounce rate, you should actually regularly clean your email list to remove invalid or inactive addresses. You want to implement double opt-in for new subscribers, okay, because you want to confirm that their email addresses are valid before they are fully added. You want to monitor and update email collection methods, okay? Evaluate how you collect email addresses to ensure accuracy, such as using registration form validation to prevent typos and capturing only verified high quality leads. You also have spam complaints. So, spam complaints is the second factor that those ISPs look at. So, spam complaints are the number of times recipients mark your emails as spam. So, when recipients mark your emails as spam, it's a red flag for ISPs that your content is unwelcome. So, high complaint rates quickly erode your sender reputation and lead to lower deliverability. So, what you want to do is you want to set clear expectations during sign up. So, you want to clearly communicate what type of content subscribers will receive, how often you will email them, and any additional benefits. You want to monitor and suppress unengaged recipients, so regularly review engagement metrics and remove or suppress subscribers who haven't interacted with your emails for a long time. And you also want to you want to use clear opt-in methods. Ensure that everyone on your email list has explicitly agreed to receive your emails in the first place. You also want to think about the recipient engagement. So, this is another factor that those ISPs are looking at. So, recipients' engagement. So, this is actually a measure of how recipients interact with your emails, including actions like opening, clicking, and reading. So, engagement metrics like open rates, click through rates, and time spent on emails reflect how interested recipients are in your content. So low engagement suggests to ISPs that your emails lack value, which leads to inbox placement issues. So if you want to address this issue, you want to personalize your emails. So tailor your content by using recipient data such as names, past interactions, or preferences. So personalized emails make recipients feel valued and increase the likelihood of engagement, which really signals ISPs that your emails are relevant. You also want to segment your audience. So group your email list into, let's say, smaller targeted segments based on factors like demographics, purchase history, or behavior. And sending specific content to the right audience increases relevance and improves metrics like open and click through rates. You want to optimize your email timing also. So you want to analyze when your audience is most likely to engage with emails and schedule sends accordingly. So tools like email marketing platforms can provide insights into optimal send times, and this can be based on past performance. And you also want to create mobile friendly emails. So many recipients open emails on mobile devices. So ensure that your emails are optimized for smaller screens with responsive designs, clear fonts, or even better, concise messaging. Okay, so a poor mobile experience can actually lead to disengagement, and you don't want that. You also want to think about sending practices. So, sending practices refer to the consistency and quality of your email sending behavior, such as maintaining a steady volume and avoiding unverified lists, which impacts ISP trust in the first place. So ISPs monitor the consistency and legitimacy of your email sending patterns. So sudden spikes in email volume or sending to purchased list can raise red flags, harming your reputation even further. So there are some ways you can refine your email sending practices. You want to maintain a consistent sending volume. You want to avoid purchased or script lists. You want to warm up new IPs gradually. So if you are starting with a new IP address, don't send large volumes of emails immediately. And you also want to respect frequency preferences. Okay, that's important. Also, you want to think about authentication protocols. So if you want to improve your email sender reputation, think about authentication protocols. So those are actually verification methods like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC that confirm your identity as a legitimate sender, reducing the risk of being flagged as spam. Okay, so when you think about those acronyms, what do they mean specifically? So SPF means Sender Policy Framework. So this is an email authentication protocol that verifies whether a sender's IP address is authorized to send emails on behalf of a domain. You also have a DKIM, so domain keys identified mail. So an email authentication method that uses cryptographic signatures to ensure that email's content has not been altered during transit. And what about DMARC? Well, DMARC stands for Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance. This is actually a policy framework that builds on SPF and DKIM to help email senders and receivers prevent spoofing and phishing while providing visibility through reports. So, missing or misconfigured protocols make your emails appear suspicious and increase the likelihood of being flagged as spam. So, setting up a SPF, DKIM, DKIM or DMARC improves email deliverability by ensuring, for instance, that your emails are authenticated and trusted by ISPs. And these protocols protect your domain from spoofing and phishing attacks, enhance sender reputation by demonstrating compliance with authentication standards, and reduce the likelihood of being flagged as spam. That's what you want. And additionally, DMARC provides actually valuable insights into email activity through detailed reports, helping you monitor and fine tune your email strategy for better performance. So there are ways to actually set up each protocol. So SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. If you need help with that, please let me know. I will certainly be happy to walk you through the process and explain to you what you need to think about this year if you want to get things done faster. So you also have the spam trap hits. So if you want to improve your email sender reputation, pay attention big time to spam trap hits. So spam traps are email addresses intentionally created by ISPs and anti-spam organizations to identify senders who are using poor list management practices. So real people do not use these addresses and never sign up for these emails. So if your email lands in a spam trap, it signals that you may be sending to unverified or outdated addresses. So spam trap hits can severely damage your sender reputation big time. Okay, so if you use double opt-ins for email signups and regularly clean your email list, your chances of landing in a spam trap are already low. So in addition to that, make sure that you avoid purchased or script lists. Purchased or email list often contains spam traps, and always build your email list organically through legitimate sign-up processes. You also want to monitor engagement metrics, so keep an eye on recipients' engagement. So that is opens, clicks, etc. So if certain segments show no activity, suppress or remove them from your list to reduce the risk of hitting a trap in the first place. You also want to conduct actually regular audits. So periodically review your list management practices and audit your email database to ensure compliance with industry standards. So besides the tools that we have already that I have already recommended, you can think about Kickbox or Dbounce. Those can help you with your audits. You also want to think about content quality. So if you think about content quality, what it really means is that you are talking about the relevance, clarity, and value of the emails you send to your audience. So ISPs and spam filters analyze your content to determine whether it meets recipients' expectations or if it resembles spam in the first place. So poor quality content, such as misleading subject lines, excessive promotional language, or irrelevant messaging, harms your email sender reputation and reduces deliverability. So, if you want to ensure high quality email content, you want to craft clear and honest subject lines. You want to avoid clickbait or deceptive language in your subject lines. You want to use wording that accurately reflects the content of the email. You want to avoid spammy keywords and phrases like free, guaranteed, and act now. Those can trigger spam filters if overused. So promotional emails are okay. Just keep your language professional and relevant to your audience. You want to provide value in every email, so deliver content that aligns with your recipient's interests and needs, such as helpful tips, exclusive offers, or personalized recommendations. And you want to test and optimize your emails all the time. Use A/B testing to experiment with different subject lines, layouts, and content formats. You want to also analyze the results to refine your approach and consistently actually improve the quality of your emails. You also want to think about domain and IP reputation. This is another area where you can really improve your email sender reputation. So domain and IP reputation reflects the trustworthiness of your sending domain and the IP address used to send emails. And what happens here is that ISPs evaluate those reputations to decide whether your emails are delivered, flagged as spam, or blocked entirely. So poor practices or shared IP issues degrade your reputation big time. So if you want to build and protect a strong domain IP and reputation, you want to start slow and build up. And you also want to avoid sending from shared IPs if possible. So when I say start slow and build up, when starting with a new IP, send emails in small batches to your most engaged recipients and gradually increase the volume over time to establish a positive sending history and avoid ISP suspicion in the first place. And so when I say avoid sending from shared IPs, on shared IPs, other senders, poor practices can affect your reputation. So use a dedicated IP if your email volume is high enough to justify it. So overall, the strategy here is that you want to take charge of your email sender reputation. Okay, email sender reputation is not static; it evolves with every email you send. So by addressing the 8 factors that I actually shared with you that really influence reputation, you're not just fixing immediate problems, but building a long-term strategy for trust, consistency, and credibility. And that's what you want. You want to really build that credibility over time. So controlling those 8 factors can serve as your blueprint for effective email marketing. So every step from avoiding spam traps to warming up new IPs contributes to a cohesive system that ensures your emails reach their audience. That's what you want, right? You want your emails to reach their audience, and you want to review your current practices, run audits, and start small by implementing one improvement, all the time. And if you prioritize the practices I just shared with you in today's conversation, you will create a system that amplifies your impact and makes sure your messages reach and resonate with your audience. And that's what you want. So the 8 factors, once again, the bounce rates, spam complaints, recipient engagement, sending practices, authentication protocols, spam trap hits, content quality, and domain and IP reputation. So, in closing, to this conversation, I explained to you the best ways to improve your email sender reputation. I give you the overview and the top factors to really think about. And finally, I just shared with you the strategy you need to put in place. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.